Welcome home. Missing you made me stronger. Then I'd be Superman if I fly around. Welcome home. Missing you made me stronger. Then I'd be Superman if I fly.
Well, we're on a crash course again. Welcome to the 6th episode of Korea Crypto Updates. My computer just crashed like literally the moment I was going to go live. Fantastic timing as always, but we're back. I'm back up and it's up and it's all up. Hey, just recently I purchased a 500 gig SSD and it cost me like 110 bucks. Isn't that fantastic, man? The rapid speed pace at which technology develops now is just mind-blowing. I remember my first 250 gigabyte hard drive cost me like 500 bucks or something like that. This was years ago, and now half a gig, half a terabyte SSD drive, man, costs like barely. You can probably get some below 100 bucks. Actually, as a matter of fact, I bought one just recently. 1 terabyte. What is it? One of the small ones. I don't know what the name is. That cost me, I think, 90 bucks. No, $114 for 1 terabyte of SSD memory. It's insane. Anywho, welcome to Crypto Updates, the podcast on the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. I hope some of you are coming over from the Korea podcast. Let me just check over here, make sure sound is okay. What's new, man? What's new on the crypto front? Have you been watching the markets? I haven't. I haven't looked at the market in over an hour or so, I think, because I was podcasting. So everything is in green, man. The whole week started off wild. It's a wild ride. XRP is not looking all that great. It's in green now. Cardano, man. Cardano's ripping new highs through the moon. Well, not really. I was in a dumpster for the longest time. I closed the trade on Cardano way too early. In profit, but just too early. Kicking myself in the ass now that I closed it a little bit too early. But Binance Coin on 3rd. Tether USD. Cardano back on 5th. Fantastic. Good to see, because it was way down somewhere on the 7th or 8th. So it's nice to see that Cardano is back up on 5th. Solana $142, looks like a good buy. XRP 76. There's a lot of news about XRP, man. It's supposed to rip through the horizon as well, XRP. So let's see. Let's wait and see what happens for XRP. But there's a bunch of TikTokers. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos on TikTok. People talking about what's coming up for XRP, and it seems, if they're accurate, it seems like XRP is poised to just be a monster within the next few, well, who knows, months, weeks, years, maybe. But if the way, you know, if things move the way they're moving, then maybe this year. XRP Terra is back at $81. It retraced significantly, I guess $20 back. Polkadot at 26 bucks. It's trying to make its way back up. Avalanche 88. Shiba Inu 29. But it's all in green, man. Polygon 2.3. Do you remember when Polygon, like Matic, was way below ADA, and now it's like just way above ADA? It's painful. It's painful to see, actually, you know, because whoopsies, that was my playlist. Never mind. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Tunes have to be played, so tunes shall be played. Cosmos, Atom 41. There's Cosmos is also pumping, man. There's a lot of news about Cosmos. What I wanted to look at was Internet Computer, 30 bucks. That's in red. That's disappointing, because Internet Computer was doing very well when everything was dumping. Internet Computer was doing very well, but now apparently it's in the reverse, and it looks like it took a massive dive. Holy moly. So Internet Computer at its highest point was at $461. Maybe this is where it came out of, I guess. Is that the launch date? Man, oh man, that looks like a heist, man. They launched it at 400 bucks ahead and then just rode it all the way down to $31. So sorry for the early investors, man. I wasn't one of them. VChain at 7. Where's 1? 1 here. There's 1. I don't see 1. Anyone? Litecoin, apparently. I heard lots of talk about Litecoin. Litecoin's been making head waves. How's Litecoin doing here? Oh, yeah. It's bouncing up and down on the 24-hour. That's been doing quite well, Litecoin. So yeah, what's happening here? There's a lot of news. I gotta pages have to reload again because oh, hey, Paul is here. Fantastic. Welcome back, man. Terra Luna, Phantom, Ethereum, Atom is also great. Yeah, I was just looking at my portfolio, man. It's looking pretty slim. It's not as great. Anyway, I wanted to start off with this little one. It's Tonga accept Bitcoin's donations amid tsunami onslaught. So if there is anybody amongst the population watching this podcast, and I'm sure there's a lot more people out there who are looking at this, if you want to donate to Tonga, then you can apparently do it through Bitcoin. And I also realized that Chrome is completely useless. When I tried to open, so Twitter user Onar Blair urged Bitcoin supporters and former Tongan lawmaker Lord Fusitua to set up a wallet address where people can donate Bitcoin for Tonga's relief funds. So apparently, if I try to follow the link, and for some reason, this is what I get on Chrome. So I've been switching over to what you may call that thingy majiggy, Brave, and Brave works fine for me, man. Well, whereas Chrome is giving me trouble. So basically, this is Blair who's blaring information to what's his face here, Lord Fugitua. Hey, Lord Fugitua, you should set up a Bitcoin wallet for Tonga relief funds and receive via Lightning Network. I've learned so much, blah, blah, blah. But so yeah, so this guy replied, there is the wallet for Bitcoin if you want to send funds for the relief of Tonga, or in fiat also. Here you go. But here's the tweet, I guess, for anybody interested. Link to the tweet on Brave, because Chrome ain't working for me for some stupid reason. Probably some, I don't know what it is. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Cryptocurrency exchange operators face audit amid money laundering concerns. That's Bitum here. That's what's happening in South Korea now. If you're wondering what's happening in South Korea, this is what's happening in South Korea. The country's major cryptocurrency exchange operators will come under inspection by the financial regulator for the first time amid growing concern that the exchanges might have been used for money laundering. Beginning next month, the Korea Financial Intelligence Unit under the Financial Service Commissions will be auditing Bitum, Upbit, Coinon, and Corbit. So basically the four main exchanges, examining whether they have anti-money laundering systems and other necessary measures in place. With Financial Supervisory Service, the FIU will look into whether the operators have made the improvements that it had demanded when they were registering as cryptocurrency businesses. Which means that if some of them haven't, they'll be facing fines or probably given time to fix it, or will be required to close. Who knows? But so yeah, more FUD coming this way, so that's fantastic. The inspection will also verify whether the companies have adopted mandatory systems such as the KYC process of identifying and verifying client identity when opening an account and maintaining this status over time. I think they have. I know Corbit has. That's the only exchange that I have. My wife operates on another one, but I use Corbit, and they do have it in place. They've had it for, I don't know, over the past year, 2 years, or something like that. So, but yeah, FUD. KT partners with Shinhan Bank to develop AI metaverse services. Why is this cut up? I don't know, but you can see, starting to see more and more companies, like big companies, starting to work on developments on the blockchain, and particularly in metaverse. Like Korea has already announced that it wants to become the first metaverse country, I guess, and sold the first metaverse city, or not country, so yeah, sold to become the first metaverse city. So South Korea's major telecom operator said Monday it has partnered with major South Korean lender Shinhan Bank to collaborate in new businesses, including artificial intelligence and platform services. KT said it will also acquire a 2.1% stake in Shinhan Bank for 437.5 billion won next week to ensure stable partnership of the two companies. This is not like, you know, oh, so great for them. This is something that was forced upon them if they wanted to the cooperation of Shinhan Bank, basically. Under the partnership, KT and Shinhan Bank will kick off 223 projects in artificial intelligence, non-fungible tokens, metaverse platform, and others. So there's there's a lot of development that's happening in the cryptocurrency space, man. The two companies also plan to cooperate in fostering new digital finance services, including developing an AI call center operator specializing in finance. So pretty soon we'll be talking to AIs, man, on the phone, giving us advice on what to invest into, man, which Bitcoin, which crypto to invest into. KT said it ultimately seeks to enter the global platform market through the success of the partnership. That's what's up. So there will be Korean banks in the metaverse, but kids can't play to earn. I know, man. Is not infuriating? Forget kids, man. I want to be the one who gets on the play to earn. But yeah, basically, banks get... Well, I mean, that's always the case. It's not the same case as it is with all the conglomerates here, with Samsung and LG, all the chaebols. They've got access to everything before everybody else. That's why Apple, you know... a few years ago, I heard about this, that Apple customers were complaining about Apple not having the Apple Pay that was widely available in other countries. It was not available in South Korea, and turns out that the reason why it wasn't available in South Korea was to kind of secure Samsung's Pay or Samsung's present here. Korea was the last, I think, country in Southeast Asia or in Asia to receive Apple Pay because it was hindered by the Korean government in order to protect you know, the conglomerates here, to protect Samsung specifically. And now since LG is gone, you know, Samsung's got the monopoly over the cell phone market here. So Apple is the only contender now, I guess. I mean, I'm all for it, you know. I understand it's all local and Apple is a force from the outside, but kind of defeats the whole idea of the free market and all that jazz, right? But yeah. No play to earn. Which game did you try to play? Have you heard of DeFi Kingdoms, Jewel? No, I haven't. Right now I play the Splinterlands. I got into Splinterlands thanks to a friend, and I've been playing on that. It's I'm not much of a gamer, to be honest with you, you know. And I also played another game on, what is it? Oh, I forget the name, but it's on Icon, on the Icon chain. It's okay. It's kind of an NFT-based, you know, interplanetary exploration game. It's not very exciting. It's kind of time-consuming, or it's long in terms that it's, you know, it drags over time and. Mediocre, but there's a lot of games that are coming out, but I'm definitely going to check out DeFi Kingdoms. I may have seen, I don't know, I've seen some NFT sales on Binance that were being sold in the traditional sense, but gamified DeFi. All right, let's have a look here. Bing, DeFi Kingdoms. Good. I'm gonna check it out later. DeFi Kingdoms. Start playing. NFTs. Yeah, I will check it out, man. I don't have a lot of time for this, man. I wish I did. I wish I was full into crypto and I could spend my time just doing podcasts, crypto podcasts, and work and make my money on DeFi or on crypto, man. Maybe over the course of the next few years, but for now, man, I'm still a very much down to earth kind of guy working, you know, my 7 to whatever time. Yeah, I'll check it out, man. I'll definitely check it out. Is that your reference link you sent me? If you have one, send it over. If I do decide to register, man, you know, you'll get the scraps. What else is happening here? Lotte home shopping to open metaverse platform next year. So there you go. You'll be able to shop at Lotte in the metaverse next year. Starting next year, apparently. One of the country's top home shopping forums, Lotte Home Shopping, is preparing to introduce its own metaverse platform in 2023 for selling real products, utilizing non-fungible tokens, and running live commerce services. I was reading up, don't have a link, okay, man. Maybe I'll get you one or somebody else. I was trying to read up on NFTs. Actually, I was reading up on securities and non-fungible tokens, NFTs, are basically different from securities because securities are fungible, which is why so many cryptocurrencies. And I was trying to understand security. You know, my background is not an investment, and so I was trying to like read up on securities, and these things are all still new to me, so to speak, you know. So the concept of securities, it's for me it's slightly confusing, but what I understand is it's securities are fungible while NFTs by definition are non-fungible, which is why securities are taxable and NFTs were not supposed to be taxable because they're non-fungible. And so that's why there is this uncertainty, I think, in Korea on whether they would be taxed or not. But it seems like they may be taxed in the future. I have no idea. But anyway, home shopping here. Metaverse home shopping. Yeah, so that's what we got. We got KT, Shinhan Bank, home shopping, Lotte, but no play to earn, because these companies want your money. They want you to make money and live online, because then you won't be able, you know, all these youngsters, they'll be doing that instead of getting their education and becoming the drones that are required to live here and work to keep this economy, you know, prop this economy and work for companies. They'll be sitting on the internet and making money on DeFi, man. That's not good, man. You don't want that in an economy, because that'll basically collapse it, right? North Korea. This is an interesting. North Korean hackers. North Korea hacked 400 million of crypto in 2021. Says Chainalysis. What is it? Chainalysis. It's late, man. Chain analysis. Wow. I need some rest. State-backed hackers from North Korea stole cryptocurrencies worth about 395 million last year across at least 7 cyber attacks, according to Chainalysis, a blockchain data company. Okay. You know what's interesting? So maybe that's why they locked off. North Korea shut itself off as soon as COVID hit, right? And now they're saying that they're struggling or something like that. Some trains, I was reading some articles, trains from China were being stopped, imports, because North Korea is suffering due to its lockdowns. But if they're freaking hijacking 400 million worth of you know, US dollars in crypto, then maybe they're not doing that badly. But yeah, the stolen cryptocurrencies consisted mainly of Ethereum at 58%, with Bitcoin according to 20%. So not 20% of Bitcoin or 58% of Ethereum, but I guess 58% of Ethereum of the $400 million that they hijacked. Yeah. The remaining 22% included ERC20 tokens and altcoins. Not bad. I hope it works out for them this year, man. South Korean prosecutors seek life sentences or sentence for crypto execs in fraud case. Korea is notorious. I don't know about other countries, but I know Korea is notorious. Maybe because it's so small and so, you know, it's so prevalent, it's so visible. The number of cases in which, of fraud. Jesus, I need a haircut. The number of cases of fraud just on a daily basis here, it just creeps up on you all the time. The executives of GV Global. I tried to look it up, and there is some other V Global registered on LinkedIn. It's a different company, but apparently they took about 2.2 trillion Korean won, which is about 1.87 billion won. It's a lot more than what North Korea apparently just hijacked from 52,000 customers by promising a 300% profit on virtual asset investments. That's massive. I wonder what time frame they gave them. People are so gullible, man. That's the thing in Korea. People just want money. This is one of the reasons why I don't trust doctors, man. Anytime, like if there's a surgery or anything, personally, I'm always cautious with doctors. I don't trust them. Everything they do, doctors, to me, it's a money grab, man. They'll propose any type of surgery, even if you don't need a surgery. If it's not, like, if there's a choice of if you get a surgery, you'll do fine, but you don't actually need the surgery. But it's not gonna hurt if you do get the surgery. They will always go with the surgery because that brings them a lot more cash. This is the reason why so many doctors recommend a C-section for pregnant women for deliveries, baby deliveries, because they get paid a lot more money for a C-section for an operation than the natural birth. Yeah. Let's see, Paul. Did you see the article today about kids born in the 90s might not have a pension? Oh yeah, something about so ironic. They want to ban play to earn when they can't even guarantee their citizens a pension. Yeah, I read something. I don't remember. I think somebody posted it on Facebook, but I did see it in Korea Times or something about that the government there won't be enough money basically to pay pension, right, in 30 years or something like that. There needs to be a life sentence for these government officials robbing these kids, Korean kids, of their future. Yeah. Jack the janitor. Yikes, this is naughty. What is naughty? These guys. Yeah, I agree with you, Paul, man. There needs to be some kind of life sentence for the government officials, man, because they're just like they're messing around back, like just the van thing I told you earlier, right? We had to pay, like they're giving us money, they're giving support money to the businesses who are struggling during the COVID time of COVID right now. So they're issuing checks left and right, but then at the same time they're taking it away by having some dude say that all of a sudden the tinted windows are not a thing that they want to have. So, give us some of that money back. It's so stupid. So anyway, these guys, yeah, $1.83 billion, which is a significantly larger amount than what North Korea seems to have hijacked, or any other crypto hijacking, what you may call it, fiasco that occurred recently. And it seemed to have been set up as a Ponzi scheme. Investors did receive a portion of the promised return, but prosecutors said those funds had been taken from the deposits of newer customers. Like, you get if you bring somebody in, we'll give you $1,000. It's a flat-out Ponzi. There's another Ponzi scheme going on. It's the KOK, Korea something. It's some cryptocurrency, man. I was introduced to it. It's a flat-out Ponzi scheme. The people who got into it early, man, are making good money, but that sucker is nasty. KOK, if you want to check it out, but just don't invest money, into it, because it's just as bad as what was it? There was another scam that was going around. I forget the name. Doesn't matter. But yeah, Bitcoin's price remains relatively stable as Cardano spikes 30% in a week. Like I said, man, Cardano's price just freaking ripped through it. I kind of missed the trade, which is still disappointing. $1.53. I got out of it early in profit because I thought it was going to retrace again like it did over the past week. When are they gonna ban the Korean Lotto? Never, man. That's government run, that's state run, man. They're never gonna ban that. That's like, tax on the stupid, dude. I never play Lotto for that reason. But I remember, so this is not my my description of it, but somebody called it the tax on the stupid. You basically freely you tax yourself by spending money on Lotto. So that will never be banned, man. Never. Bitcoin's price. So Bitcoin's price remains relatively stable as Cardano spikes 30% in a week. I just saw a tweet from what's his face? Cardano dude. Oh man, I keep forgetting his name. Anyway, over the weekend, the price of Bitcoin remained relatively stable, and it still does, with the price also remaining flat across the last 24 hours. More than 1.78% has been added to the value of the flagship cryptocurrency in the previous week, and it is now valued at $42,000. If we keep it at that, then we're golden. Some are talking about it being able to break through, what is it, the 50K, retest 50K soon. Man, oh man, I don't know what's happening. My computer just crashed again. Likely this was a quick switch, Runo. Hopefully. We didn't lose too much time, but oh brother. I went out the other week and I picked up a stronger power supply, and I thought that would solve the issue of my computer crashing all the time, and unfortunately it did not, apparently, which is very disappointing. I had a, I think, 500 watt power supply, and I switched it up for a 750, and it's still not enough, man. Let me just quickly find Bitcoin likely to repeat Q4 2020 move. 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. So this is something, this was an interesting thanks, man. Welcome back. Thank you. Let's blame it on the government. Let's blame it all on the government. Why the heck not? Who else are we going to blame it on? Ourselves? Come on. Bitcoin price. There's 5 things you want to watch out for Bitcoin this week, I guess. Bitcoin retains key weekly close level. Congress to discuss crypto, cleaning up crypto mining. The stage is being set in more ways than one this week as the topic of inflation returns to haunt US markets and policies alike. The reason why the market dumped last week was because of the talk of the what was it? SEC? The Federal Reserve of hiking up the interest rates, which didn't happen, but there's talk of that happening at the end of, I think, March or May, right? Bitcoin a bonfire covered in gasoline. Bitcoin volatility is pumping multi-year lows, encouraging for its acceptance as a mainstream asset, but not something many expect to last. According to the Bitcoin Volatility Index, which calculates the standard deviation of daily Bitcoin returns for the last 30 to 60 days, Bitcoin is at its least volatile since November 2020 at 2.63%. So yeah, interest quiet ever since early 2021 amid questions over the absence of retail investors, even after a 40% price drawdown. New data shows that the sector has in fact had little interest in Bitcoin for an entire year. Eyeing new entities appearing on the blockchain, Glassnode analyst TXMC showed just how quiet Bitcoin has really been in terms of retail adoption since January 2021. I look at the 30-day exponential moving average on new entities coming. Here's activity-wise, the last bull run ended in January 2021. It's been quiet ever since. So this is what it looked like. Rises and falls, very cool. What I find interesting is, where is that thing? Oh, is that it? No. Let me just find, there was an interesting graphic of the bull runs. Did we miss it? Did I miss it? Where is it? An article. Later. Ah. can't find it now. Of course, now that I need something, I can't find it. There was the different bull runs, or the bull runs between 2011 and now were compared. That was a cool infographic, but basically it showed the massive bull run of 2011 with a massive spike, and then every bull run after that, 2011, 2014, and then 2017 were smaller and smaller and smaller. And right now there wasn't even a bull run, it was just a couple of bumps that were barely visible. And I guess that could be attributed to the amount of money that was actually being pushed. You know, the first bull run, we were looking at like hundreds of thousands possibly. I don't know what the overall market was in 2011. And then it moved into millions and then billions. Now we're looking at trillions, right? Like $1 trillion market caps. What's the market cap right now? Market cap right now stands at 2.16 trillion. So it's massive. It's like a, you know, heathen, a behemoth of a market that needs to move. Crypto rich flocking to Puerto Rico to leverage tax benefits. Apparently, Puerto Rico was like a place that was, you know, decapitated. Weren't they suffering on the verge of collapse, economic collapse? And now apparently turning around for them, man, because people are moving in. The island's rules have resulted in an influx. Puerto Rico is becoming a tax haven for crypto investors and companies. What's happening in Puerto Rico? Act 16 Puerto Rico is attracting crypto companies and holders as residents get to keep their American passports while reaping the benefits of decade-old tax laws. Yeah. A year-long tropical climate and friendly crypto taxation make Puerto Rico a popular destination for the U.S. crypto rich. The tax rules exempt non-Puerto Rican residents from paying any capital gain tax on gains realized while on the island. Perfect. The rules came about 10 years ago to invite cash and people to the island when both were dwindling. Nobel Prize winning economist Joseph Stiglitz has said that he was skeptical of the economic benefits of the tax scheme, but apparently it's working out right now. Puerto Rico source income is included from U.S. federal tax. Yeah, and now it's benefiting all the crypto miners that are moving there to spend their money. But never fell through it, yeah? Jack the janitor says, I considered moving there myself. Well, could have done it. So what's happening here on the ADA chain, man? ADA is moving. On the 4-hour chart, it's about to hit the 800 EMA. If ADA gets, so I'm just looking at ADA because I'm an investor, man, and it's just what happened to ADA is very painful. So I'm glad to see it moving above, back towards its rightful spot, number 3 on the top 10 list. But yeah, see, the 800 EMA is right here, and basically when we move above the 800 EMA, things are looking good. Over here, ADA was running along the 800 EMA, and once it broke above, man, it had a nice freaking bull run. This was in November of 2020, and once it broke above the 800 EMA, man, that's when we saw the all-time highs. Once, twice, and then when did it go over here? November 21st. Yeah, just, well, I mean, it started declining before that, but once it broke over the 800 EMA, down to like $1, I think. It was below $1 at one point, maybe 90 cents. I don't know, no, $1. Anyway, so right now it's crawling back up. It looks like it may be moving over to get up to the 800 EMA. And if it does reach the 800 EMA, man, we'll be in sweet territory. On the 4-hour chart, that's what it's looking like. It's moving towards the 400 EMA. On the 1-day chart, it's above the 800 EMA, and basically on the 1 day, if it does break below the 800 EMA, that's bad news. Yeah. But that's what we want on the 4-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, I think, I don't even know where's the 800? Yeah, the 800 EMA. It already broke over the 800 EMA, which is probably why we're seeing this massive pump. Yeah. So basically, on the higher time frames, the closer it gets to the 800 EMA, the happier we get. On the 6-hour, on the 8-hour, we're very close to the 800 EMA. If ADA breaks over through the 800 EMA, man, I think we can see something fantastic happening. Maybe ADA will actually get a DAP or two before the end of 2020. Oh, come on. For sure they will. They got it. They got stuff, man. They're supposed to be releasing a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty sure I saw a tweet by Hodgkinson. I don't know what it was, but it was. I didn't get a chance to read it. Let's see here. Can we? Twitter. Just let me in. Okay. Ding. Let me go home. Oh, here we go. Ross Hodgkinson's retweeted. ADA USD has exceeded the 20 million transaction mark with no downtime and over 1,500 days of operation. And Cardano is also now held in more than 1 million digital wallets worldwide. Spooky times. Yeah. So that's what's up. Anything else? No. They'll do well, man. I have faith. And you gotta have. It's a leap of faith, brother. You gotta have some faith in your investments. And you know it's a long hold, man. Look at Ethereum, like massive startup, massive run up, and it's still. I mean, it's a dominant coin, but everybody. Have you looked at the amount of FUD at a lot of the YouTubers talking crap about Ethereum, saying that it's a dead coin, and look at Vitalik. There was an interview again on Twitter. They were interviewing Vitalik, talking about Ethereum upgrades, right, to the 2.0 Ethereum 2.0, and the question was, he mentioned some things. He mentioned some things that were supposed to happen on the Ethereum 2.0, and you know, they asked Vitalik whether he could see all the things that need to happen within the next 6 years. So Ethereum was 6 years old now, and whether whatever needs to be done will be done within the next 6 years. And he basically said, yeah, it could happen. So it's not like it was a given. It wasn't something that he just waved off saying, what are you talking about? He basically said, yes, we may be able to complete everything within the next 6 years. Like, that's the time span. So when you look at Cardano, which is even, you know, it's, how old is Cardano? It's a lot. It's what is it, 4 or 5 years? Max, I have no idea. When was Cardano launched? 2017. So we're looking at 4 or 5 years now, yeah? 5 years? And a massive supply. Some of the Cardano was burned. I think there a lot more needs to be burned, man. A lot of it needs to be consumed and do what Ethereum is doing. And Cardano, I think once Cardano has its stuff set up, so Ethereum jumped into the game, and I mean, this was the second thing after Bitcoin, the first chain that allowed the development of further blockchains of the further ecosystems on the blockchain of the cryptocurrency ecosystems, right after Bitcoin, because Bitcoin was just there, it was a currency or whatever, but it didn't allow for the development of anything, whereas Ethereum did, and it was like, I guess, comparatively rushed experimental development, while Cardano, it's taking its time, and so that's where it is. But I think Cardano's got potential simply because of the amount of faith, the solidity of the what you may call it. I need some sleep. Solidity of the people around it, and just the amount of thought that's being put into it. The development, man, it's not something to be scoffed at. Long term, fellas. Get yourself some Luna and Phantom. Yeah, I think, I don't know if I had Luna. Do I still have Luna? Possibly. No, I don't. I think I traded for something. I traded it for Cadena. Cadena is something that's on my radar. I've been trying to understand it. It's a bit convoluted, man, to be honest. I'm reading up on it, but I'm planning on making a video on Cadena. And Phantom, yeah, Phantom, man, last week I was saying once, because everything was dumping and Phantom was doing well, and I said, man, Phantom's gonna rip a hole through the ceiling starting next week, and it totally did. So did ADA, mind you, but it seems like we're in old coin season a bit there, right? Because Bitcoin is kind of stabilized itself at 42 and it's just sitting there while everything else is ripping. And ADA, Phantom, XRP, not so much. Jack Janitor, I only hold one crypto. It's interesting following the ups and downs of other blockchains. I don't trade. Yeah, man, if I had enough Bitcoin in my hand, I'd be holding just that sucker, nothing else. We'll have to agree to disagree on Cardano. I held some a few years back, not going back there. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a, yeah. If you were holding Cardano, man, sure, if you're holding it for long term, and you bought a shitload of it a couple years ago, and you were holding it since then yeah, you've watched gains come and go, and you were sitting on Cardano. I agree, but I think in the near future or far future, I think Cardano is gonna be something to behold, but definitely not a money maker like the way we expect to make money in crypto, right? That's what I mean. Yeah, because I mean the money. If I had sold my Cardano holdings in November, I could have used a lot of that money to make a lot more gains since then, but unfortunately that was not the case. So here we are. We are where we are. Anywho, I guess that's it, fellas. That'll be it. Oh yeah, if you wanted to check out what do we got, if you wanted to check out the things that I check out, which is let me see here, Splinterlands, yo, on Splinterlands. That's what I mess around with. Splinterlands. I'm still it doesn't really work very well on the small screen, but basically Splinterlands still does the airdrops, which you can claim daily airdrops. Right now my percentage, what am I getting? Some airdrops here, yeah. Daily airdrops that you can collect in SPS, which is the Splinterlands native token. So I get to do that. I claim those suckers based on what I have on the HIVE on-chain and the staked tokens that I have staked in Splinterlands itself. I believe I've included a link, a ref link in the description, video description here. So if you're interested in checking out Splinterlands, check it out, man. SPS right now is dirt cheap. The APR keeps dropping, man. When I started, the APR was around 150%. Right now it's 35%. There is 174 airdrop days left. So basically, if you stake your SPS and Splinterlands for the next 174 days, you'll be getting a diminishing number of APR, but it starts at 37% right now. You need to go in with $10, or yeah, about $10 in order to get started, and then you can, you can get yourself all the other goodies, man. So yeah, play to win, play to earn. Play to earn. Oh, this is the other one. This is Pluto Alliance, Project Nebula on the Icon blockchain, and this is what it looks like. It's not very exciting, and I'm considering reselling my NFTs, man, because it's not. What is this? This is new. I'm gonna have to check that out later. And also, man, the most important thing is to check out Chainflix, peeps. Chainflix. If you haven't done so yet, man, Chainflix is the next YouTube, but it pays you. Very easy to use. I've done several videos. I think I've made a video here on the channel on crypto updates as well. If I haven't, I need to do so again. Very easy to use. You sign up with Google. You have to pass a KYC, of course, and then you get in, you watch your videos, and you can make money in 3 different ways. You can be a flexer, which means you can upload content. You can watch content every 30 seconds. You get paid in Chainflix native tokens, and you can provide storage, and that will allow you to make crypto as well. So I recommend head over to Chainflix. It's a very cool website. It's easy to use, man. It's very soft. Rather smooth, and it's like YouTube but better for creators and for users, because you get paid in crypto, man. So it's still a project in development. It's at very early stages, so you know, in terms of like payouts and stuff like that. But man, I'm just collecting it. I'm not taking anything out. So anyway, anywho, that's gonna be it, man. It's 11:30. Jesus, how long was this? How long was this podcast, yo? We'll call it up. 50 minutes. God damn. All right. Let's check the comments here. Paul, we'll have to agree. Okay. And I think you could throw a dart at any of these top 1 blockchain and make money these next 5 to 10 years. Fair enough, Paul. Fair enough. So I think the best strategy would be to invest into all 10. What do you mean? 50 minutes not long enough? Dude, man, I wish I could be here every day, honestly. So again, in the next 5 to 10 years, hopefully not that long, man, if I can make a living on crypto, then I'll be here a lot more, and hopefully, because that would be fantastic. Anywho, Paul, thanks again for swimming by, for finding the time to come by to both podcasts. Jack the janitor, happy to get a roundup of crypto news. Thanks for stopping by, Jack. Thanks for finding the time to swing by. If you do have the time and interested in Korea, then swing by the Korea podcast as well. That starts at 10 o'clock on Mondays, and followed by crypto news here on the crypto updates. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping by and for tuning in. Great conversation. Remember to smash up the likes and share the content. I'll see you guys next time, okay? Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Stomp your heels into my toes. Steal the keys right out my car, and I'll find a way to forgive you.